Hello, my darlings. I hope you're all doing very, very well. Welcome to my new filming room. I mean, it's not new because it's still the same room, but I've changed it over. Winter Wonderland has disappeared now, and we're in an art gallery, I guess. I don't know. There is so many frames stuck up on my wall right now. It's insane. It looks kind of dark. I don't know. This will be the first video that I'm doing with this set up, so I need to see like what it looks like when I edit this video and see if I need to make any changes, but it looks okay, I think. I don't know, we'll figure it out. I have got some light glare on a couple of these pictures here, so I might just have to take the glass out of the frames, but we move, right? Something different, and it'll probably look like this until like Halloween time, and then I might change some things or whatever. But I think this might be my favorite January till September theme. I always keep the same vibe for quite a few months until Halloween, and then Christmas, that's when I change it again and again. Anyway, I hope your new year is going great. Can you believe we're almost midway through? I mean, we are midway through January now already. I just recently had a birthday as well. I turned 33. 33! I'm 33. Let's just pretend I'm 29. Can I get away with 29? I hope so. Anyway, in today's video, I am doing another Tattoo Enthusiast reacts to Am I the Arsehole? I love doing this series so much. I love reading the posts on this page. For those that don't know, the Reddit subreddit Am I the Arsehole is where people write posts and ask, in this situation, am I the arsehole? And yeah, sometimes people are, sometimes people aren't. Sometimes I don't agree with what they get voted, and I'm like, no, this person isn't the a-hole. But I always do it for tattoo related posts because, of course, my channel is tattoo related, so that makes sense, right? This one that I want to read first of all is, am I the arsehole for telling my best friend not to get a Lord of the Rings tattoo? What? Why would you tell them not to get a Lord of the Rings tattoo? It's a bit of a weird one. I'm surrounded by people. Well, I say surrounded. Tom, my boyfriend, and his sister love Lord of the Rings. So I'm very much intrigued as to see what this is about, Anyway, it says, I, 20 female, have a best friend, 20 female, who just watched Lord of the Rings for the first time. She watched all 3 of them on 1.5 days and is now obsessed. I love that, as these movies have been a huge part of my upbringing, and my father, now passed, shared them with me when I was around 9. I think I need to see where this is going already. Something to know is this friend, I'll call Sam, has generous amount of tattoos. Sam will sit on an idea for a week or so and get it tattooed. I have zero issue with this. It is her life. I mean, how many of us have done that? Like, hello, I have. I have 0 tattoos. I want them to be very meaningful to me, and I want them done very specifically. I design them all myself, and I want to make sure I do my research on the right artist to make them look exactly the way I want. I have spent the last 4 years designing a very specific Lord of the Rings tattoo in memory of my dad, and think I'm finally going to get it on my 21st. Okay, fair enough. Here is the issue. Now that Sam has seen Lord of the Rings and has seen my tattoo that I have spent years designing, she wants to get the same tattoo as a matching tattoo. Oh, hell no. I flat out told her no. Good. For one, I wouldn't say I like matching tattoos or really tattoos in general. This one is the exception. Okay. 2, I have spent years designing this in memory of my dad, and I want and me alone to have this tattoo. It's one of a kind design. She's now complaining to mutual friends and calling me the arsehole. I have some friends on my side, but some are on her, saying it's just a tattoo, but to me it's not. Am I the arsehole? Edit 1, spelling. Edit 2, I should also add this friend is in art school. She doesn't design her own tattoos, so why? I have no idea. Ooh, the shade. This sounds very I mean, they're not even that young. I was gonna say, this sounds like such a bitchy post you would probably write on Tumblr when you're 14 years old. Do you know what I'm saying? It seems very as if this was coming from a young person point of view, not to age shame or be ageist or whatever, but do you know what I mean? It has undertones of quite young. Anyway, to me, the first bit of this made me think, oh, this sounds like someone that's kind of not maybe kind of gatekeeping Lord of the Rings to be well, I've been a fan for years, and now this person has just watched it one time, and now they want to get the tattoo, and oh my god, you're not even a big fan like I am. Do you know what I mean? I got that kind of vibe. But to want someone's memorial tattoo, that's the big no for me. Like, absolutely not. If you want a Lord of the Rings tattoo and you've only seen it once, go for it. It doesn't take someone to watch a film multiple times to realise that they really like a film, in my opinion. You know, I have a tattoo dedicated to one of my favourite horror films, which is A Quiet Place. I think I've only seen both of the films, like, 2 or 3 times in comparison to some of my other film tattoos where I've watched the films like thousands of times, like my Wally boot tattoo here from the film Wally. I have watched that film, I'm not joking, like 100 times. But I love both of the films, like Quiet Place and Wall-E, like equally. I love them so much. You know, some films you can't, you know, watch over and over and over and over again, because if you watch it too much, you'll kind of lose the magic of it, I believe, you know. I don't know. It depends. Is Lord of the Rings a comfort film or not? When a film becomes a comfort film or TV show, that's when you can kind of watch it and you don't lose that love for it, you know? But I'd say the original poster isn't an arsehole for being like, hey, no, you can't have my memorial tattoo. Like, that's just so weird. Like, if I got a memorial tattoo for my mum and Yasmin really liked it, my best friend, I'd be like, fuck off. No, you cannot. You cannot. And for this person's friends or mutual friends to be like, oh, it's just a tattoo. Tattoos have such a deep meaning to a lot of people. Yeah, this person isn't the a-hole. Maybe a little bit, you know, gatekeepery in places, but other than that, okay, this could be interesting. It says, am I the arsehole? My dad doesn't want me to get a tattoo representing my stepdad. Okay, this is a throwaway account. I don't go on Reddit much, but I do like reading Am I the Arsehole on Instagram, so I feel like this is the perfect place to go for my situation. Basically, I, 18 female, just celebrated my 18th birthday and told my dad I wanted to get matching tattoos of the family. He's never had a tattoo and he didn't seem super interested, but when I told my mum I wanted to get matching tattoos, she was super excited. For context, my dad lives in a different state from us and they have been divorced since I was 5. We made a plan to get tattoos that represent each family member. I got my tattoo and my mum's already, but we wanted to wait for my stepdad to get back from a business trip to get his. When my dad found out about the tattoo idea, he was furious and said I didn't care about his feelings because he hates my stepdad. Oh my god. The relevant context here is that my mum cheated on him with my stepdad and then they got married and now I live with my mum, which has made my dad validly upset. But I also know he did some bad things in their marriage and I know he also cheated on my mum. And my mum, nor my stepdad, is upset that I also want to get tattoos of him and my half siblings. I basically told him I was getting the tattoo because my stepdad is part of my family and it wouldn't be fair to exclude him, especially since I also plan on getting tattoos to represent my dad's side of the family too. But my dad is really upset I'm getting the tattoo in the first place because of the bad history. Am I the arsehole? Oh my god, this sounds like some petty bullshit. I personally don't think the person that wrote this is an arsehole. I feel like they're trying to people please as many people as possible in this situation, and I think it's very kind of them to want to get a tattoo with their stepdad just because, you know, this person has come into your life, you're not related in any kind of way, and to honour this person that I guess essentially has brought them up, because if the mum cheated on this person's dad with this stepdad, then this stepdad has been around for what, 13 years? That's a long amount of time. And I would imagine the stepdad has pretty much helped raise this person. You know, like, there's a big relationship there. But I can understand why the dad is annoyed because, like, you know, that's his daughter and she's getting a tattoo with someone else that's kind of, you know, stepped in kind of thing. So yeah, but yeah, it kind of just screams jealousy in my opinion. It just, yeah, there's a lot of jealousy here and a case of, well, I didn't want to do this, but now I feel like I have to, because if I don't, then, you know, my daughter has this matching tattoo with this random guy who really isn't that random if you think about it, because it's been like 13 years. Oh god, fathers, I swear to god. Just, some of them are nice, some of them are not. The original poster is grown and she can do what she wants at the end of the day. The next one we're going to read here is, am I the arsehole for refusing service for a client? So it says, so I'm a tattoo artist at a very well-known shop, so most of the time I'm very booked and clients have to wait almost 2 months to get a reservation with me. Okay, I've heard of a lot longer waiting lists, but Okay, we'll pass through that. I had a client come in for a sternum tattoo. This person's a tattoo artist and has spelt tattoo wrong twice here. Anyway, let's move on. I had a client come in for a sternum tattoo between her chest. I'm so confused by this post because no, it says tattoo between her chest, and then it says he came in. What am I dealing with here? He came in and looked nervous, and I told her what is going on. It was fine. I'm just going to do the tattoo. She really hesitant about removing her top, so I told her she could change in the bathroom and wear some boob tape. I have some to make clients feel more comfortable, Okay, she was still really slow with it. I went to the woman in my workplace. One specialises in cartoon work, so she was no-go. But I asked the other girl if she could do the design because her niche is Japanese tattoos, and she said it was easy enough and she was cancelled on so she can fit her in. I'm so confused. Anyway, I came back and told the girl about the alternative and showed her my co-worker Instagram, and she said no because most of the work on her Instagram are Japanese tattoos and that she preferred me because I had similar work to what she wanted that was shown on my Instagram. I'm so confused. So I'm guessing this artist didn't want to tattoo this person for whatever reason. Oh, I've got a feeling maybe this tattoo artist is maybe a male tattoo artist, and then the other tattoo artist is a woman, and then this tattoo artist thought, oh, maybe this client would be a bit more comfortable with this person, maybe. I don't know. At this point, 30 minutes have passed, and I just said she needed to go. I told her if she can't remove her top, and then she should go find someone else, because at this point, this is a waste of time for me, and if she changed her mind, then she should rebook. She says it's not fair because she booked 5 weeks in advance, and I apologized and told her bye. And next time she can come with a friend if she would feel more comfortable. She ended up leaving but reporting me to my boss, who told me I need to have more patience for customers and need to work better to put them at ease. And my female co-worker overheard and called me an a-hole for kicking her out. I guess I could have been more patient, but she was standing there doing nothing, just looking at me, then going on her phone every few minutes like I'm not a schedule. I just don't understand why she just couldn't book a female tattoo artist if she knew she would be uncomfortable. Am I the arsehole? And this person has been voted not the a-hole. And I'm sorry, but I feel like this person is the a-hole. Have some goddamn patience. Yeah, okay, maybe waiting 30 minutes isn't the best for all of us, okay? Like, I get it. This person probably has other clients or whatever, but for a sternum tattoo, I'm guessing it would be kind of big, so it could be at least, half a day session, maybe an all day session. Again, don't want to assume, we don't really have the details, but I for one would not want to be tattooed by an artist like this. Just have some goddamn patience. Like, for whatever reason, this person is obviously nervous, and obviously I don't want to assume why they're nervous, but there's always a lot of very terrible reasons as to why someone doesn't want to just strip their clothes off in front of loads of people they've never met before. Whether it is body image issues, shyness, or they've been through some kind of trauma. Just all you have to do is just talk to your client and say, hey, I need you to, take off your top. I've got you some tape here. Take your time. And if you feel like the client's being nervous or a bit oh, I don't know if I should do this kind of thing, then just talk to them. Just be like, hey, are you okay? I'm just checking in, making sure you're all right. Obviously, don't be like, oh, can I help you with anything? Because then obviously that's a bit weird, because you'd be helping someone take their top off and putting on tape on their boobage, right? But just talk them through it and ask, what's wrong. All you have to do is just be there, be kind and considerate of what this person is feeling right in that moment, because it can be a lot for a lot of people. And I'm so glad an artist called this other artist an arsehole for kicking them out, because just have some freaking patience. Maybe, just maybe, I don't know, this client could have possibly communicated with the artist and say, hey, I'm a little bit nervous beforehand, send an email or a message or whatever. But at the end of the day, we as clients don't really owe anyone anything, I guess. I don't know, but I would say this person is the a-hole. Okay, I'm going to read one more for this video, and that is, will I be the arsehole for letting my boyfriend's dying best friend pay for my tattoo? What? Oh my god, okay. A little backstory. I, 25 female, have known my boyfriend, Rob, 26 male, since high school, and we have been dating for almost 3 years. We started dating after we graduated, and he introduced me to his roommate's best friend, one of whom, John, 27 male, he's known since they were in diapers. John has always been very friendly towards me, and after spending so much time at their place with Rob, John introduced me to his girlfriend Lexi, 25 female, who I become very fast friends with and now consider both John and Lexi to be like family. Oh, that's sweet. I'm an avid painter and was taught how to draw and paint by my father, who has now passed. I've been planning on getting his last painting that he gifted to me as a tattoo, but haven't been able to afford it, and I've been saving up for it for the past couple of months. I have the painting hanging in our living room and have mentioned it, the backstory, to John and Lexi when they saw it. Now for the story. John comes from a very wealthy family and has a history with cancer. He recently found out his cancer has returned, but he's opted out of treatment since he went through so many as a kid, and it is more than likely that he will not be with us by this time next year. That is so freaking heartbreaking, to be so young and to go through so much already in all of your like young life, the years where you're meant to be having fun, going out with friends. And yeah, I mean, no matter how old someone is that has cancer, it's always so freaking sad when it's in children or younger people, because like, there's a lot. Anyway, John comes from a very wealthy family, and when he got his diagnosis, he received his inheritance early and decided to use some of it to spoil his close friends. For the past few weeks, he's been helping Rob build a custom PC while paying for everything, and Rob has enjoyed getting to spend time with him. That's so sweet and so selfless, honestly. During one of these times, John asked me if there was anything I wanted. I told him no, but I appreciate him thinking of me. Aww. Well, last week when John came over, he told me he left a gift for me on the counter before he left. I found an envelope, and inside was several cards to different tattoo parlours, a blank cheque, and a lovely handwritten note from him and Lexi that nearly had me in tears. I told Rob thinking he'd be happy for me, but he got upset. I was confused and asked him what he meant, and he asked why I was so happy letting another guy pay for my tattoos. I told him I didn't understand what the difference was between this and John paying for his new PC. Thank you! But he said this was different because it was something going on my body, and that should only be paid for by myself or him, my boyfriend. Ill. I thought that was ridiculous because a few years ago Lexi paid for me to get my belly button pierced with her, and he didn't have a problem with it. But Rob said it was because Lexi's a girl, and using another man's money is like saying I'm interested in him. I asked if he trusted me that little, but he said that wasn't the point, and that I was a bitch for disregarding his feelings and using his dying friend like that, and stormed off. He's ignored me since then. I don't want to disregard his feelings, but he won't say anything to me, and I asked Lexi about it, and she said go and get the tattoo, since it was technically a gift from John and her. Would I be the arsehole if I did it? Absolutely freaking not. Hell to the no. I find that this friend, John, is so incredibly sweet, and to, you know, think of other people when he's going through the absolute most is so goddamn precious. And oh my god, I'm sorry, but this boyfriend, Rob, his name is, reading back, Rob, what an insecure arsehole. Are you kidding me? So you're saying that you're allowed to take money from your dying friend for a PC, something that won't last that long. Well, I mean, a custom built PC, you know, lasts a while, but in comparison to a tattoo, right? This original poster is going to have this tattoo forever. It is a meaningful tattoo as well, like a super meaningful. It's not, you know, just like not a throwaway tattoo, obviously, but you know, you can't throw away a tattoo, but it's not just like a random flash piece. Like, this is a very meaningful tattoo, something she's wanted for months. And I feel like the tattoo would mean even more because her friend, who, you know, won't be around for very long anymore, has helped contribute to this meaningful tattoo. So it's just gonna be a bit more meaningful, you know? Like, this just screams of insecurity and fragile masculinity a little bit. And to be like, oh, the only tattoos you should get are the ones that you pay for yourself or I pay for you. Like, he's branding her. That's the way I see it. Like, major red flags here, huge red flags for this man to be this insecure, and the whole, oh well, yeah, you know, Your friend could pay for your, like, belly button piercing, navel piercing, because she's a girl. It's fine. It doesn't mean anything. Like, what the You're both in happy relationships. I don't know, but John and Lexi are probably very happy. You know, Lexi doesn't have a problem with this, you know, with her boyfriend giving away money to another woman. Like, what's the issue? It's platonic. It's a nice gesture. Yeah, it just sounds incredibly controlling and very much, well, I can do this thing, but you can't. Men. Sometimes are just... Okay, so that's it for this video. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions on the post that I have read in this video. What would you do in these situations? How would you feel in these situations? What are your thoughts and opinions? And yes, thank you so much for joining me. And until my next video, bye.